In this video, I'm going to talk about police use of force in the United States. This topic is important because it affects public safety and how much people trust law enforcement. I'll explain what use of force means, show a real example, talk about some problems, and go over some possible solutions. Use of force refers to the actions police officers take to control a situation. This can include things like physical restraint, tasers, or in extreme cases, deadly force. Officers are supposed to only use the amount of force that is necessary. Police departments often follow something called a use of force continuum, which shows different levels of force, starting from simple commands and going up to physical force or even deadly force if needed. When is use of force allowed? Police are allowed to use force in situations like protecting themselves, protecting other people, or stopping a serious crime. The key idea is that the force has to be reasonable, meaning it should match the situation and not go beyond what is necessary. I'm going to show a short clip that gives an example of a police encounter involving force.
Live from WJZ, this is breaking news.
We are following breaking news right now as the Maryland Attorney General's office has now released body camera footage in a police-involved use of force incident in Baltimore County last month. This involving a man named Samuel Brown. Investigators say Officer Derek Hadel found 57-year-old Brown asleep behind the wheel at an intersection in Woodlawn. And you can see from the footage, Brown got out of his car after some kind of conversation with the officer. The sound of that conversation was not captured by the officer's body cam. The officer then seen shoving Brown before throwing 2 punches. Brown is then seen falling to the concrete, hitting his head. The video does get graphic, so we have paused it right there. But a little more than a minute later, additional backup and emergency units arrived to render aid to Brown. He died last Friday after sustaining permanent brain damage. Officer Hadel is a 9-year veteran with the Baltimore County Police Department. The Attorney General's office is continuing to investigate.
This clip shows how quickly situations can escalate. Cases like this are often debated because people question whether the level of force used was actually necessary or if the police officer just truly escalated it. Problems with use of force. One major problem is excessive force, which is when officers use more force than is needed. This has led to many controversial cases and public protests. Another issue is lack of accountability. Sometimes officers are not punished or are only investigated by their own departments, which can make people feel like the system is unfair. There are also inconsistent policies, meaning different police departments have different rules about when force is allowed and when it's not allowed. Finally, some situations escalate instead of being de-escalated, which can lead to unnecessary use of force. These issues have led to nationwide debates about policing, and even seen in the video I just showed, just shows you how quickly things can be escalated. Now I'm going to show a short clip that relates to body cameras and police accountability and how important body cameras play a role.
Tonight, Pittsburgh police are releasing new body camera video. It's a response to questions about the use of force on a man who was resisting arrest.
Why don't you drop what you have in your hand for me? There you go. Stop resisting! Get your hands back!
Police say they released their own footage after cell phone video of the incident went viral. They say they want to be as open as possible about the arrest on September 15th. Officers are responding to a call about a man suspected of stealing gasoline in the area of Power Avenue. The first officer found a 31-year-old man matching that description.
You haven't been stealing people's gas or nothing?
No.
Why don't you drop what you have in your hand for me?
I can't do that, sorry, sir.
Why not?
Because I don't trust you.
The suspect repeatedly said, "Shoot me," before throwing a crowbar to the ground. Officers say the man continued to be uncooperative, and they used what they call distraction punches to get him to handcuffs. Police say the man did receive some cuts in the struggle and was treated by medical personnel. Officers believe he is the man who stole the gas, but the theft investigation is still ongoing. Meanwhile, the department has launched an internal investigation into the use of force.
Clips like this show why body cameras are important. They are there to provide a clear record of what happens during police encounters, which can hold officers accountable, but also at the same time protect them if they act inappropriately, or if they act appropriately. Like if someone does the right thing, the body camera is there to back it up. Solutions to these issues. There are several ways to improve this issue. One solution is the use of body cameras, as we talked about, which record interactions and provide evidence. Another solution is better training, especially in de-escalation, so officers can handle situations without using force when possible. Also, clearer and more consistent policies can also help officers better understand when force is appropriate and when it's not. Independent investigations are another idea. When cases are reviewed by outside agencies instead of police departments themselves. Finally, community policing can help build better relationships between officers and the public, which may reduce the need for force in the first place. No single solution will ever fix every problem we have, but combining these approaches could make a big difference. Conclusion. Overall, police use of force is sometimes necessary, but it is also very controversial. There are still serious issues like excessive force and lack of accountability. However, solutions like better training, body cameras, and stronger policies can help improve the situation. In the end, building trust between police and the public is one of the most important goals. This is an issue that will continue to shape the future of policing in the United States.